On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Disgust.
A strong feeling of dislike or disapproval.
Examples:
Public disgust. Show disgust at his actions. He was filled with disgust and fear for the threat of war.
Immerse.
To become fully involved in a particular activity, to dip or submerge in a liquid, especially so that they or it are entirely covered.
Examples:
Immerse the cloth in the dye. Completely immerse the ingredient. He immersed himself in his research.
Worldview.
A particular philosophy or cognitive orientation of life or conception of the world.
Examples:
Mainstream worldview. The worldview of the ancient civilization. The war between the two countries was also a battle between competing worldviews.
Courageous.
Able to face and deal with danger or fear without flinching.
Examples:
Make a courageous decision. Courageous rescue attempt. He was a courageous soldier who had served his country with honor.
Wrath.
Extreme anger.
Examples:
Wrath of God. A high person's wrath. He finally exploded with wrath due to the team's repeated failures.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
Trump card. Choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Ado.
An action, fuss, or commotion, often over a trivial or unimportant matter, unnecessary activity or effort.
Examples:
Much ado. Kick up ado. We need to resolve this issue without any further ado.
Swath.
A strip of land, especially a long, narrow one, a large amount or quantity of something.
Examples:
A large swath of territory. A swath of green grass. The charity organization has helped to provide education to a vast swath of the population.
Ensue.
To happen or follow as a result or consequence of something.
Examples:
Ensue within a few years. Predict what will ensue. A power outage ensued after the storm knocked out the electricity.
Dislocate.
To move out of a position of the bone in a joint, to put out of its usual place, position, or relationship.
Examples:
Dislocate my shoulder. Dislocate residence. X-rays revealed that several of his joints were dislocated.
Catholic.
Universal and including many different types of things, related to or associated with the part of the Christian Church that has the Pope as its leader.
Examples:
Catholic in his tastes. The Catholic Church. Sociologists are now interested in Catholic world peace.
Betray.
To reveal or deliver to an enemy by treachery or disloyalty, to reveal something unintentionally.
Examples:
Betray a friend. Betray confidence. He felt betrayed when his best friend revealed their secret to the enemy.
Latch.
A device for holding a door or gate closed, typically a sliding bar or bolt.
Examples:
Set the latch. Latch mechanism. The latch on the gate was broken, so the cows got loose.
Apprentice.
A person who works for and learns from a skilled employer to become a skilled worker themselves.
Examples:
Apprentice carpenter. A young apprentice. He took on an apprentice to teach him the trade.
Puzzling.
Confusing or difficult to understand, mysterious.
Examples:
Puzzling behavior. Puzzling questions. The detective found the clues puzzling and couldn't solve the case immediately.
Motto.
A phrase or slogan that expresses a guiding principle or goal.
Examples:
The motto for safe traffic. Company motto. The company's motto is innovation and service, which is reflected in its products and customer support.
Pretended.
Feigned or not genuine, assumed or simulated.
Examples:
Pretended illness. Make a pretended purchase. His pretended interest soon caught everyone's attention.
Despise.
To feel strong dislike or contempt for someone or something, often because of a perceived fault or failing. To have a low or unfavorable opinion of something.
Examples:
Despise a particular food. Secretly despise. I despise injustice and those who perpetrate it.
Baffle.
To bewilder or perplex someone completely and to be unable to understand or explain something.
Examples:
Baffle his plan. Baffle outside noises. The paradox baffled most philosophers.
Choke.
To prevent or obstruct the normal breathing or swallowing of someone or something.
Examples:
Choke with anger. Choke off the blood supply. The baby started to choke on a piece of apple.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Outsider.
A person who is not part of a particular group, community, or society, someone who is considered to be on the periphery or outside of established social circles.
Examples:
Outsider perspective. Outsider artist. Living in a foreign country can make you feel like an outsider at times.
Deem.
To consider or decide something in a particular way.
Examples:
Deem socially responsible. Deem wrong or inappropriate. Regarding earthquakes, some commercial buildings were deemed unsafe.
Underpin.
To support or strengthen the foundations of something.
Examples:
Underpin a structure. Underpin democratization. The research findings underpin the theory that human activities cause global warming.
Visceral.
Relating to or affecting the internal organs, instinctive or emotional rather than rational, characterized by deep-seated emotional reactions or responses.
Examples:
Visceral organ. Visceral fear. After watching the horror movie, she had a visceral reaction and couldn't sleep all night.
Republican.
A person who supports or advocates for a particular form of government, typically one that has an elected head of state rather than a monarch, a member or supporter of the Republican Party in the United States.
Examples:
Republican ideology. Republican Party. Many Republican lawmakers are advocating for stricter immigration policies.
Tailwind.
A wind that blows in the same direction as the course of a moving object, such as an aircraft or boat, providing an assisting force and increasing its speed.
Examples:
Powerful tailwind. Tailwind effect. The plane flew faster with the help of a tailwind, shortening the flight time.
Meritocratic.
Based on the principle that the talented should be chosen and moved ahead based on their achievements.
Examples:
Meritocratic society. Meritocratic evaluation. The company prides itself on being meritocratic in its hiring and promotion practices.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Headwind.
A wind blowing directly against the forward movement of an aircraft, vehicle, or vessel, thereby slowing its progress and increasing fuel consumption.
Examples:
Facing headwind. Flying in a headwind. The cyclists had to contend with strong headwinds during the race.
Overlook.
To fail to notice something, to watch over someone, to provide a view from above.
Examples:
Overlook a street. Overlook that fact. We cannot overlook an opportunity for great success.
Hawk.
A bird of prey typically having short rounded wings and a long tail, an advocate of an aggressive policy on foreign relations.
Examples:
Cast off a hawk. Congressional hawk. That team signed a center forward who was a ball hawk.
Repudiate.
To reject or disown something or someone.
Examples:
Repudiate a claim. Repudiate idea. The government repudiated the treaty after the war.
Xenophobic.
Showing strong dislike or fear of people from other countries or cultures, having a strong bias or prejudice against outsiders.
Examples:
Xenophobic attitude. Xenophobic statements. The xenophobic rhetoric of the politician only seeks to sow division and hatred among people.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Enlightenment.
Education that results in understanding and the spread of knowledge.
Examples:
Spiritual enlightenment. Enlightenment activity. He finally brought his enlightenment to perfection.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Instinctive.
Relating to or based on instinct, done without conscious thought, as if from an inner compulsion or natural tendency.
Examples:
Instinctive reaction. Instinctive behavior. It was instinctive for the mother to protect her child from harm.
Loathe.
To feel strong hatred or disgust for someone or something. To be unwilling or reluctant to do something.
Examples:
Loathe violence. Loathe broccoli. I absolutely loathe spiders and can't stand to be near them.
Patriotic.
Having or showing love for one's country and a desire for its success and welfare.
Examples:
Patriotic duty. Patriotic fervor. He was wearing a patriotic t-shirt with the American flag on it.
Mindset.
The established set of attitudes or fixed ideas held by someone.
Examples:
Flexible mindset. The mindset in an education system. Countries whose goal is economic development often focus on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in each individual.
Implacable.
Incapable of being appeased or pacified, relentless, unstoppable, or unyielding.
Examples:
Implacable criticism. Implacable hatred. Despite multiple negotiations, the opposing sides remained implacable and unwilling to compromise.
Infuriate.
To make extremely angry, incite to rage, provoke intense anger or exasperation.
Examples:
Infuriate customers. Infuriate employees. His rude behavior infuriated many people at the party.
Globalism.
A political, economic, and social outlook that emphasizes the importance of global cooperation and interdependence, often associated with free trade, globalization of culture, and the spread of technology.
Examples:
Globalism movement. Anti-globalism. The rise of globalism has led to increased international trade and cultural exchange.
Patriotism.
Love and loyalty to one's country.
Examples:
The spirit of patriotism. Fanatic patriotism. His actions were a testament to his deep love and patriotism for his country.
Applaud.
To express approval of someone or something by clapping the hands.
Examples:
Applaud his courage. Applaud the orchestra. I enthusiastically applaud my rival's achievement.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Deregulation.
The process of reducing or removing government regulations and restrictions in a particular industry or sector, often to promote competition and reduce costs.
Examples:
Deregulation of the economy. Aviation deregulation. The government's deregulation of the telecommunications industry led to increased competition.
Oddity.
Something unusual or different.
Examples:
Find an oddity. Genetic oddity. The two-headed snake was an oddity at the zoo.
Condemn.
To express strong disapproval or criticism of something.
Examples:
Condemn violence. Condemn crime. The government was condemned for its handling of the crisis.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom, but was unable to prevent it.
Ironic.
A situation or event that is opposite of what is expected, the use of words to mean the opposite of their literal or original meaning.
Examples:
Ironic twist. Ironic consequence. It's ironic that the rain started just as they finished building the new picnic shelter.
Hearken.
To listen attentively or carefully, to give heed or pay attention to something.
Examples:
Hearken back to tradition. Hearken with delight. Please hearken to my words of advice before making a decision.
Nostalgia.
A sentimental longing or wistful affection for a period in the past.
Examples:
A warm nostalgia. Nostalgia trip. The ice cream truck sound brought back nostalgia from my childhood.
Conservatism.
A political and social ideology that seeks to preserve traditional values, institutions, and practices and resist change or innovation, often associated with a preference for limited government, free markets, and strong national defense.
Examples:
Fiscal conservatism. Conservatism party. Conservatism in politics tends to prioritize traditional values and limited government intervention.
Tyranny.
A form of government in which a single ruler has absolute power, often exercised cruelly and oppressively, the arbitrary or oppressive exercise of power or control over others.
Examples:
Brutal tyranny. Tyranny of the majority. The country was ruled by a tyranny that oppressed its citizens.
Unsatisfying.
Not fulfilling someone's desires, expectations, or needs, incomplete or inadequate.
Examples:
Unsatisfying labor. Unsatisfying reality. The meal was unsatisfying and left her feeling hungry an hour later.
Invert.
To turn something upside down, inside out, to reverse the position, order, or relationship of something.
Examples:
Invert a glass. Invert position. He decided to invert his investment portfolio, shifting from stocks to bonds.
Downhill.
In a direction that is downward or from a higher to a lower point, in a progressively worse or deteriorating manner.
Examples:
Ski downhill. Walk downhill to the beach. The family's finances have been going downhill since they lost their main source of income.
Suffrage.
The right to vote in political elections, the exercise of voting rights, or the process of obtaining them.
Examples:
Suffrage movement. Female suffrage. The suffrage march was a peaceful protest demanding voting rights for women.
Uprising.
A public rebellion, especially against an established government or authority.
Examples:
Stage an uprising. Violent uprising. The anti-government uprising was successful in overthrowing the regime.
Bigot.
A person who is intolerant of others who hold different opinions, beliefs, or values, especially someone who displays stubborn and unreasonable prejudice against particular groups of people.
Examples:
Bigot mentality. Religious bigot. His refusal to listen to other people's opinions made him a close-minded bigot.
Bigotry.
Intolerance toward those who hold different opinions from oneself.
Examples:
Ethnic bigotry. Self-righteous bigotry. Bigotry and discrimination have no place in our society.
Fascist.
Relating to or supporting fascism, which is a political ideology that emphasizes authoritarian government, nationalism, and suppression of political opposition and individual liberties.
Examples:
Fascist propaganda. Fascist policies. The regime was accused of being fascist for their oppressive tactics.
Authoritarian.
Characterized by strict, absolute control and obedience to authority or rules, dictatorial and lacking in personal freedoms or individual rights.
Examples:
Authoritarian practice. Authoritarian government. The authoritarian leadership style left no room for dissent or alternative opinions.
Persuasive.
Tending to make you want to do or believe a particular thing, convincing.
Examples:
Persuasive advertising. Persuasive speaker. He made a persuasive argument for the new policy.
Flyover.
A region or area of a country that is often flown over by planes and not typically visited or considered by travelers. A flight that passes over a specific area without stopping.
Examples:
Flyover zone. Flyover construction. The city's new flyover allows traffic to bypass the busy intersection below.
Rebellion.
An act of violent or open resistance to an established government or ruler.
Examples:
Rebellion leader. Excite rebellion. The anti-government rebellion was put down quickly by the government's military forces.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Swell.
To become larger or more inflated, to become more intense or important.
Examples:
swell at room temperature. Swell a population. His arm was swelling from the insect bite.
Mend.
To repair or fix something that is broken or damaged.
Examples:
mend broken relationship. Mend my ways. He mended the torn shirt with a needle and thread.
Demonstrable.
Capable of being demonstrated, proven, or shown, able to be observed or verified.
Examples:
demonstrable evidence. Demonstrable skills. The company's demonstrable success has attracted many potential investors.
Supposition.
An assumption or belief based on limited evidence or guesswork, a hypothesis or conjecture made without conclusive evidence.
Examples:
baseless supposition. Reasonable supposition. The team proceeded with the project under the supposition that the client would approve their proposal.
Roar.
To make a loud, deep sound, like a lion or a car engine.
Examples:
roar with laughter. Roar for more. The lion roared loudly, signaling its dominance over the other animals.
Offend.
To cause someone to feel upset, angry, or annoyed.
Examples:
offend his sensibilities. Offend a customer. His rude comments offended many people at the party.
Sitcom.
A television or radio program that features a continuing cast of characters in humorous or dramatic situations, typically presented in a half-hour format.
Examples:
sitcom series. Popular sitcom. I love to watch sitcoms when I need a good laugh.
Diminish.
To reduce or be reduced in size, extent, or importance, to make something smaller, weaker, etc.
Examples:
diminish a reputation. Diminish swelling. As people get old, their energies may diminish.
Snobbish.
Characterized by an attitude of superiority or snobbery, equals the behavior or attitude of people who think they are better than other people, disdainful or contemptuous toward those considered inferior in social status, wealth, or taste.
Examples:
snobbish attitude. Snobbish materialism. The snobbish behavior of the guests at the party was off-putting and made others feel inferior.
Elitist.
Believing or showing the belief that some people are naturally superior to others and, therefore, should have more power and privilege.
Examples:
Elitist mentality. Elitist mindset. His elitist attitude made it difficult for him to work with people from different backgrounds.
Generalize.
To make something, such as a theory, idea, etc., more widespread or widely applicable based on what is true in some cases.
Examples:
Generalize Kepler's first law. Generalize sophisticatedly. It's dangerous to generalize about people.
Simplistic.
Oversimplified or lacking in complexity or depth, characterized by an attempt to explain something complex or multifaceted with overly vague or simple terms.
Examples:
Simplistic approach. Simplistic design. The politician's solution to the problem was too simplistic to solve the underlying issue.
Individualize.
To make something personal or more personal to suit the needs of a particular person, place, etc.
Examples:
Individualize each patient. Individualize dosages. Our schools offer individualized education by excellent teachers.
Amplify.
To enhance something, particularly sound or brightness.
Examples:
Amplify a signal. Amplify the effect. You might need to amplify this point.
Synonymous.
Having the same or a similar meaning as another word or phrase.
Examples:
Synonymous terms. Non-synonymous mutation. The phrase big shot and important person are synonymous.
Impermissible.
Not permitted or allowed by law, rules, regulations, or established standards. Not permissible or acceptable according to established norms or principles.
Examples:
Impermissible discrimination. Impermissible actions. The company has a zero-tolerance policy for any impermissible behavior in the workplace.
Dorm.
A residence hall or building that provides living quarters for students or other occupants, typically on a college or university campus.
Examples:
Dorm room. University dorm. Living in a dorm can be a great way to meet new people when you're in college.
Permissive.
Allowing or characterized by a tolerance for behavior that is unorthodox or unacceptable.
Examples:
Assume a permissive attitude. Permissive society. The school has a permissive dress code and allows students to wear whatever they want.
Sanction.
Official permission or approval for an action, especially an economic or political action by a government or international organization. A penalty or punishment imposed for breaking the law, rule, or agreement. Verb, to impose a penalty or punishment for breaking the law, rule, or agreement.
Examples:
Imperial sanction, popular sanction. The government imposed economic sanctions on the country.
Rethink.
To consider again a plan, idea, etc., especially to change it.
Examples:
Rethink a marketing plan. Rethink the role of the manager. We have to rethink our company's product lineup for further growth.
Microaggression.
A subtle or indirect form of discrimination or bias, often unintentional, that reinforces stereotypes or perpetuates prejudice. A seemingly minor comment or action that can harm someone's mental health or emotional well-being.
Examples:
Microaggression towards minorities. Microaggression in the workplace. The expectation that women should do all the housework is a form of microaggression.
Disbeliever.
A person who does not believe in something, such as a religion or idea.
Examples:
Persuade a disbeliever. Stubborn disbeliever. Despite the evidence, she remained a disbeliever in the theory of evolution.
Seep.
To flow or leak slowly and gradually through small openings or spaces, to ooze or trickle out gradually.
Examples:
Seep cool and moist air. Seep into paper. The rain began to seep through the roof, causing damage to the walls and floors.
Millennial.
Relating to a period of 1,000 years or the year 2000. Noun, a person born between the early 1980s and the late 1990s, also called Generation Y.
Examples:
Millennial record. The millennial reign. Earth's ecosystems are greatly affected by millennial scale changes in climate.
Daring.
Brave and taking risks.
Examples:
Daring escape. Make a daring face. Her choices become increasingly daring and creative.
Ethos.
The set of beliefs and attitudes that belong to a particular community, nation, ideology, or a person.
Examples:
Ethos of science. Corporate ethos. Medical students need to acquire not only knowledge, but also a professional ethos of a doctor.
Misfire.
To fail to ignite or explode as intended.
Examples:
Misfire weapon. Misfire engine. The engine misfired and caused the car to stall.
Divisive.
tending to cause disagreement or hostility between people.
Examples:
Divisive question. Suppress divisive arguments. The proposed policy has been met with divisive reactions from the public.
Fertile.
Capable of producing abundant vegetation or crops, intellectually productive.
Examples:
Fertile ground. Fertile market. Herbs require fertile soil in a sunny, sheltered location.
Reimagine.
To imagine or conceive of something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Reimagine the future. Reimagine the possibilities. The company is trying to reimagine its business model to stay competitive.
Optimism.
A feeling or the belief that good things will happen, or the quality of being full of hope and emphasizing the positive aspects of a situation.
Examples:
Sense of optimism. Political optimism. There is considerable optimism that the economy will recover soon.
Flake.
A small, thin piece or layer of something, often with a flat or irregular shape, a person who is unreliable or inconsistent.
Examples:
Flakes of snow. Flake graphite. She found a paint flake on the wall and realized it was time to repaint the room.
Vacillate.
To alternate or waver between different opinions, actions, or directions, to be indecisive.
Examples:
Vacillate between hope and despair. Vacillate in behavior. I vacillate between different opinions, never quite sure which one is right.
Tweet.
A short, high sound made by a small bird, a message sent using Twitter, the social media application.
Examples:
A chick's tweet. His latest tweets. We could hear the tweet of baby birds.
Vile.
Highly offensive, unpleasant, or objectionable, morally reprehensible or wicked, characterized by cruelty or violence.
Examples:
Vile behavior. Vile language. The vile smell coming from the dumpster was unbearable.
Sermon.
A speech or lecture given by a religious leader, especially a minister or priest, as part of a worship service.
Examples:
Lengthy sermon. A lay sermon. The preacher delivered a powerful sermon on the importance of forgiveness.
Smashing.
Very successful or impressive, causing something to be broken or destroyed.
Examples:
A smashing blow. Give smashing results. The band's new album was a smashing success, reaching the top of the charts.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
Recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Polarization.
The division or separation of something into two opposing or contrasting groups or factions. The condition of being polarized or having poles.
Examples:
Polarization effect. Dielectric polarization. The polarization of political views has created a deep divide in the country.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Majesty.
Regal or royal dignity, grandeur or greatness.
Examples:
Morning majesty. Majesty of nature. The king's majesty was apparent in his elegant attire and powerful presence.
Brotherhood.
A relationship characterized by mutual support, unity, and camaraderie among people who share a common interest.
Examples:
Spirit of brotherhood. Brotherhood among coworkers. The brotherhood between the firefighters was evident in their teamwork and bravery during the blaze.